Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to our Camnet Midday News. My name is Amazing Katamanda. We take a look at the stories that are making the headlines. UPND says its alliance partners contributed little to their 2021 victory. Leader of the opposition in Parliament condemns President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA's international trips. We'll be right back after this short break with more details.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the country.
There's so much data.
Mom?
Yes, Stevie?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
Thank you for staying with us, and now the news in detail. The United Party for National Development UPND spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa has alleged that the UPND alliance members did not play a major role in ushering the party into office in the August 12, 2021 general elections. Addressing the media Friday, Mr. Mwetwa says the Zambian people had already made up their minds to change government.
Expectations from the United Party for National Development UPND Alliance are high, as is the case after any change of government. For the UPND Alliance, expectations are not only from the Zambian people, but also from the alliance partners. 3 months before the August 2021 general elections, the UPND formed an alliance with various political partners, a pact which was elected by the Zambian people with over 2.8 million votes. Excitement of winning the elections has now settled, and it is down to serious business for the UPND Alliance 10 months down the line. While some alliance members have been appointed into key positions of governance, others have not. This has got alliance members talking, among them All People's Congress Party APC President Mr. Nelson Musoni, who has allegedly been demanding that all UPND Alliance members should be appointed, sentiments he is alleged to have uttered recently. Addressing the media Friday, UPND National Spokesperson Mr. Cornelius Mwetwa has charged that UPND Alliance partners did not play a major role in ushering the UPND, as it was the choice of the Zambian people. He asked that the UPND administration did not sign any contract with the Alliance members, stating that they will be given appointments once in government.
To say everyone must be in cabinet is demanding too much. Now, if members who joined the alliance, some in June, and 2 months later we went to the elections, want to be in cabinet, what about UPND members who were in this party for 22 years and are nowhere in cabinet or anything? What should they feel? What should they think? What should they say? We believe that society changes when individuals make choices and pursue a purpose bigger than themselves.
Meanwhile, the party spokesperson has also condemned remarks that New Heritage Party President Chala Kateka is sexually stabbed, sentiments alleged to have been made by UPND official Mr. William Banda after she staged the lone protest against the high cost of living in the country.
He should be given an opportunity to explain and exonerate himself. The party stands for respecting women. Any statement that has been made that violates the persona of women does not represent the position of the UPND.
Mr. Mwetwa has also defended the recently set prices under the Food Reserve Agency FRA, stating that these are simply transitional and farmers are yet to benefit under the current administration. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Leader of the opposition in Parliament, Brian Munduwili, has challenged government to explain to the citizens the benefits of President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA's international trips. Speaking to the media at Parliament Friday, Mr. Munduwili has alleged that indicators point to the trips not being beneficial to the nation, citing that the cost of living has continued to increase.
While in opposition, President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA promised to stabilize the cost of living in the country once in government. For over 10 months now in office, Opposition Patriotic Front members of Parliament have alleged that the cost of living in the country is worrying. Leader of the opposition in Parliament, Brian Munduwili, is of the view that President HICHILEMA has concentrated on international trips while failing to provide solutions to the problems the country is facing. He has demanded that government should clearly explain the benefits of the presidential trips to the locals.
We think that there's been so many trips, we have not been informed what the likely benefits are, if any. So going forward, we would want to know so that we can evaluate as to whether the money that should be used on trips could easily be added to the floor price for maize and take it to 250 so that farmers can benefit. Or that money could be used for medical supplies, as it were.
And Mfuwe Member of Parliament, Maureen Mabonga, also added her voice.
The government of the day has not paid much attention. I don't know about you, if you've heard anything that the government has said or any measures that they've put in place to ensure that they arrest the high cost of living. On a daily basis, when you go to...
Speaking at the same media interaction Friday at Parliament grounds, Lupososhi Member of Parliament, Musonda Mpakata, challenged government to rescind the decision of reducing Food Reserve Agency depots, citing that farmers have been adversely affected.
If you are a listening president, you love the farmers, you are a cattle farmer, equally, please listen to the cries of the farmers. 160 kwacha is nothing. Farmers, at the end of the day, they need to raise some capital. Farming is a business, and Your Excellency, you know that farming is a business. Kindly consider.
Meanwhile, former Minister of Tourism and Arts Ronald Chitotela has advised the government to harmonize the decision on the hunting concession license.
And if you read the Wildlife Act, it is not the ministry, it's not the Ministerial Procurement Committee that awards. It is the Wildlife Licensing Committee that awards.
The case is not different from Chama South Member of Parliament, Devson Mungandu.
Since the tendering process was completed, what if those outfitters or safari operators who were notified and went to negotiations with the CRBs, and indeed the CRBs themselves decide to go to court?
Nelson Zulu for Camnet News in Lusaka.
A state witness has testified before the Lusaka Magistrate Court that her 6-day-old nephew went missing a day after a nurse from the University Teaching Hospital at the D Block section refused to give the child despite the doctor having discharged them. This is in a case in which 5 people have been charged with 1 count of theft of a child contrary to the laws of Zambia.
The baby that was reportedly stolen from its mother in May 2022 at the University Teaching Hospital was Friday morning presented before the subordinate court in Lusaka during a hearing of theft child case involving a judiciary officer and 4 University Teaching Hospital employees. In a fully packed court, 45-year-old Inoles Mwenya, the aunt to the child, told Lusaka Magistrate Crispin Hampungani that a sister-in-law, mother to the child, Daliso Banda, gave birth through Caesar, and she was now the one who was looking after the child during that time. The state witness testified that the family was left in disbelief when their 6-day-old baby went missing a day after a nurse from the hospital at the D Block session refused to give her the child despite a doctor having discharged them. In a further testimony, the witness told the court that before the baby went missing, the said nurse had earlier informed her that the child was in government's care, hence they could not get him, and during the time this was happening, the mother was still healing from the operation that she had undergone. This is in a case in which 28-year-old Precious Kunika, a judiciary officer, Nelly Kasolo, a nutrition demonstrator at the University Teaching Hospital, Emily Ho, 37, also a nutrition demonstrator at the University Teaching Hospital, Rebecca Mkandawire, 42, a maid at the University Teaching Hospital, Grace Seseka, have been charged with theft of a child contrary to Section 171A. They are accused of stealing the said baby boy on the 7th of May 2022 from Elina Lungu, its mother. While in the second count, allegations states that one of the accused person, Grace Seseka, harbored the child. Allegations which all the 5 accused persons have denied before court. According to a recent statement issued by the police, it is alleged that 2 weeks after Ms. Kunika, who is a judiciary officer and works at High Court, delivered but unfortunately lost the child, a theft was staged to compensate her for her loss. It is alleged that it was at this stage the said accused person was allegedly assisted to steal another baby from the possession of Miss Lungu. Trial continues in the matter. Miriam Kaimba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Mazabuka Mayor Vincent Lilanda has called on the law enforcement agencies to investigate the alleged land scandals involving councillors and senior council officials. Addressing the media Friday, Mr. Lilanda denied receiving any money and challenged anyone with evidence that he got bribes to report him to the police. The mayor notes that no one is above the law, including himself, hence anyone found guilty should be brought to book.
Any one of us from the council group, and even management, any one of us has been involved in these issues that are coming out. I think the law should take its course. And there should be no sacred cows. And as councillors and officers, council officers, whoever is going to be involved in these issues, I've communicated even to the new councillors. I think the council will not protect anyone. The council will not protect anyone. There are a lot of happenings here at the council. Even council proper data has gone missing. The police, I'm surprised, the police, some dockets are still open there. We had some issues where at one time they were supposed to be handled administratively by the council here. But the council said no, handle the police. Up to now, they're still, they're not active. The police have just remained silent, reasons known by them. So if there are people who have been involved, if it's this office involved in stealing council properties again, let the police move in quickly.
That item brings us to the end of our Camnet Media News, but before we go, we'll take a look at the stories that made the headlines. UPND says its alliance partners contributed little to their 2021 victory. Leader of the opposition in Parliament condemns President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA's international trips. That's all we had for you. Thank you for joining us. My name is Amazing Katamanda. Good afternoon.